Welcome, viewers, to the second instalment of the Townsville Triathlon Festival bloginar or blog spot, whatever you'd like to call it these days. I'm not really internet savvy, so I'm not sure of the official name. But we're here at the home of CrossFit Townsville. As you can see, we've got all the gear installed here, the rings and the pull-up bar and all that sort of stuff. Today we're going to be talking with one of our trainers. We're going to be going through a bit of a light warm-up for those that are doing the run leg of any of the events over the weekend. The warm-up is going to be very brief. It's designed as pretty much a full-body type of warm-up geared towards the runner, whether it be the 5K, the enticer, the sprint distance triathlon, you name it. You can it covers all events. Today I've got with me Lauren Carr. Lauren Carr is one of our trainers here at CrossFit Townsville. How you going, Loz?
Good, thanks.
Okay, today you're going to be taking through, Lauren, a generalised warm-up, and I do place the emphasis on generalised. It's something that I would do if I was going for a particular run, perhaps. I know Lauren's done this little bit of a warm-up first before she goes on her runs, and it's designed to have the person that's never really done much in the way of running before to warm up the body parts that are needed, obviously, to do a distance of a run. So what we're going to do with these 4 running drills, it's designed that they can be done anywhere. They can be done at the home, they can be done in the office, they can be done out in the car park, backyard. It's up to you. You don't need a running track. It can be done anywhere at home, day or night, just in preparation for a little bit of light running. So to start with, I'm going to get Lauren to, on the spot, she's going to start with running high knees, and then very gently going to start to progress forward. Then she's going to go a little bit quicker. And then she's going to rest. Easy walk back to the start. And you can repeat that a couple of times, anywhere between 3 or 5 times through. Second one that we're going to do today is going to be a walk lunge. So it's just a simple extension and bending down, trying to get the back knee down, just touching the ground. Looking forward here is the knee doesn't go over the top of the toe. Main reason being is we don't want to apply any extra pressure on that knee joint or the patella. Okay, so Loz is going to continue to walk through, back knee down to the ground, and proceed. Only need about 10 or 15 meters of space. Okay, thanks, Loz. Let's go back. So the third movement that we're going to do today is what we call, in CrossFit terms, a Spider-Man lunge. So Lauren's going to take a big step out, elbow down on the inside of the ankle, and she's going to feel that stretch down through the groin, through the hip flexors, aiming to get those hips pushed down into the floor, back leg extended behind, and back nice and straight, chest pointing as forward as we can. From here, she's going to walk her hands forward, big step out again, chest up, nice and tall, hips down into the ground, and once again, repeat that same process for about another 10 or so meters. Righto, the fourth exercise we're going to get Lauren to do is what we call an inchworm. An inchworm is designed to get a bit of blood flow through to the hamstrings. So I'm going to get Lauren to take a push-up position on the ground. From here, without bending her legs, she's going to walk her toes into her hands as far as she possibly can. And from here, she's now going to walk her hands out towards or back towards that push-up position again, and then repeat that same process over the distance that we're covering, 10 or 15 meters or so. Okay, there you have it. There are 4 simple exercises that can be done before anyone goes for a run. So of an afternoon, jump out into the backyard, start with your running high knees, your walk lunge, your Spider-Man lunge, and then lastly finish off with an inchworm. That's your lower body covered. Okay, Lauren's just come back in from her run, and now is time to look at some stretches. So I'm going to give you 4 simple stretches that can be done anywhere around the house or once again at work. They're not complicated. They're just basically designed to obviously stretch the muscles that have just been exerted during the run. First one's going to be a simple calf stretch. So you're going to find a wall, a pole, anything that provides a little bit of stability. Toes going to point straight up or as high up at the wall as possible. From this position, Lauren's just going to lean her body into that pole, making sure that the leg remains straight. You can feel that on the middle part of your calf there, Lauren?
Yeah.
Hold for about 15 to 30 seconds. Swap sides. So obviously this is going to be a fast forwarded version. So, but you get the picture. So 15 seconds to 30 seconds each side. From here, we're going to take the same position. Lauren's going to lean in, except the difference being is that we're going to get Lauren to bend her knee so she now feels it more through the Achilles, which is the bottom part of the calf. And change. Okay, next one we're going to go over to the wall here. So this is what we call a couch stretch. Okay, now we've got the third stretch in this little repertoire that we're doing. So Lauren's got an ab mat, which we use for our sit-ups, but in your case, probably anything that's soft for the knees. So you can fold up some towels, some linen or something at home that's just going to provide a little bit of padding for your knee. So Lauren's going to take a knee position on the ab mat, as you can see there. The aim here is to try to get the foot and the shin as vertical to the wall as possible. She's going to have the opposite leg out in front. The aim here is to try to stay as vertical as possible with a slight lean back. And what that does, it stretches down through the front of the quad and through the hip flexor. Now, this is quite a painful stretch for those that haven't done it before. So potentially start out with the knee further out in front. As it gets more comfortable or you get adaptation to this stretch, bring the ab mat a little bit closer. Once again, try to hold this stretch for a little bit longer than normal, around about 30 seconds to 1 minute. And then once again, I'll get Lauren to change sides. Same thing. So leg goes out in front, back knee into the wall, stretching through that front of the hip. For the fourth stretch we're going to do is just a simple hamstring stretch. So Lauren's going to take a seated position on the ground, legs extended out in front, toes pulled back towards herself, back nice and straight. She's going to point her fingertips down to her toe and just lever her hips forward as far as she can to the point of a slight discomfort at the back of the hamstrings. Don't bounce. She's going to hold that for the same thing around about 15 seconds. If she can, she's going to walk her fingers a little bit further. As you can see, Lauren's terribly unflexible. There you have it, team. So today we've covered initial warm-up, which Lauren ran through those 4 simple exercises. Then we went for our run, came back in, finished off with 4 easy stretches that can be done anywhere around the home, at work. Main thing to remember is that anybody can do them, regardless of any level of fitness, gender, injuries, all that sort of stuff as well. So until next week, take care, train hard, train well, see you then.